This is a Sterling Eccles Voyager. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, we've got the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake, and this will be demonstrated to you in person here on site. Front locker, you have your gas bottle tie downs, so you can carry a maximum of 2 6kg propane gas bottles. And then on the front of the van you have the gas regulator also, and we can also supply the pipe work should you need it. On the side of the van, on either side at the front, you've got your wind down legs to stabilise the caravan, and they are just there for stabilising the van. You would never lift the caravan with these legs. You've then got your water pump connections. So you've got your water pump, direct to tap at the bottom, so it diverts away from the onboard water tank. It just goes to the hot water tank and not the onboard storage tank. If you wanted to fill the onboard storage tank, I'll explain how you do it on the inside of the van, but you'd need to connect the pump to the top connection on the outside of the van, just here. You then got your battery box with your 110 amp leisure battery in there, and your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan also. We will demonstrate the motor mover to you while you're here on site, but the motor mover power switch is in the locker just here, as you can see. And you've also got your mains power lead coming in from the site you're on. Then also got your 2 fridge vents. The 2 fridge vents are simply there to allow hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. On the top one here, you've also got your gas flue for the fridge system itself. Then got the motor mover. Like I said, we'll demonstrate the motor mover here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct setting, so you can see they've been done correctly while you're here. We've then got our 2 grey waste pipes coming outside of the van, so the fresh water that goes in the front of the caravan has to come out somewhere, and that will come out through the 2 grey pipes down the side of the van here. You've then got your all the heating flue for your heating and hot water systems. Your toilet locker, so the top one here is a flush tank which will take 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. And on the side of the van just here we have our toilet locker, which you can pull out with the orange handle. The neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away, and you've got a measure there for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. On the other side of the van, you've got your barbecue gas point, your other wind down leg for this side of the van, storage locker for underneath the front seating area, 3-pin socket to allow you to have power coming out to your awning, and then your underbed storage at the rear of the van. On the rear of the van also you'll notice there is 2 wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. Again, they are just there for stabilising, not lifting the van. Going inside the caravan now. Above the main door you have your main control panel for the caravan, so you've got power on just here. You've got your water pump run, which we'll come back to in a moment, and your filled tank option, which again I'll come back to. You've got your leisure battery voltage to tell you how much battery is in the voltage on the van, and then the power supply coming from the car you're connected to and how much power is coming from that car. You've then got an indicator here at the top to let you know you've got mains power coming into the caravan. And if you connect to the car, you'll have an orange light on the car and a green light on the caravan to let you know you've got 12-volt supply coming from the car to the caravan. To fill the water system on the caravan, you're first of all going to need to come over to every tap on board the caravan and open them all up on the hot side. As you can see, I've already done that on this particular van. You're going to open all the taps up on the hot side. And first of all, I'm going to show you how to fill the water system from the aqua roll on the outside of the van straight to the hot water tank rather than the onboard water storage tank. So underneath the seat down here, you've got a yellow valve, white valve just here. When that valve is in the downward position, it'll actually fill the onboard water storage tank. So that's that tank just here. However, to fill the hot water tank, you're going to need to have the valve in the right hand position, as you can see here. And you're also going to need to make sure the yellow drain down valve, just down here, is parallel with the floor. Whichever water system you're filling, you do need to make sure that valve is parallel with the floor. If not, the water will drain straight back out the system onto the floor under the van. So to fill the water from the external supply, as I said, you're going to need to make sure both the yellow valves are parallel with the floor. There's one there, and there's also one at the back of the caravan underneath the bed on the left hand side. So underneath it you will see a second drain down valve. Like I said, both of those valves need to be parallel with the floor, and the white valve on the tank down the front needs to be pointing to the right hand side. Once that is in that position, you can come over to the control panel above the door and turn on the water pump. At that point, it will start pumping water up from the Eccles straight to the hot water tank on board the van. As you can see, that water system is filling up, and when you've got water running continuously out of every tap on board the van, you can then shut all of the taps off. So like I said, all the taps will be open to fill the system. And once you've got water running out of every tap, you can shut each tap off individually. Now, if you wanted to fill the onboard water tank, which is the water storage tank, instead of pressing the water pump button just here, you'd need to hit the fill tank button. Now that would start filling the onboard water tank from the top water connection on the outside. However, once you've filled the onboard water tank and it says full here, you'll need to turn the fill tank option off and then swap the pump over to the bottom connection and then turn your water pump on. At that point, it will draw the water from the internal tank to your hot water tank, and then it will go through the taps, etc., like it would on the external supply. I hope I haven't made that too complicated. If you have any further questions on that, obviously please do ask when you're here on site. To warm the water up and to warm the caravan up, you have a control panel just here as you come inside the door. A little bit hard to see in this light. Let me just shut the door. So first of all, on this control panel, you're going to be able to heat the internal temperature of the caravan. So you've got plus and minus to set the inside temperature of the caravan. Below that, you've got your option to warm the water on board the caravan. So at the moment, as you can see, the water temperature is on medium, so on the center here. So essentially the middle, or the icon with the shower symbol, is your water heater. So when it's on the central position as it is here now, halfway up the bar, then that means the water heater is turned on and it is warming up. To boost the water system for when you're showering, you need to press the button here so it goes green, and this bar will be completely full, which then means the water system is boosting, and it means it is on a time boost of half an hour so you can shower on board the van. Below that, you have the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So as you can see here, we've got 1 kilowatt of power coming into the van. Got off, 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. Here on site we can run a maximum of 1 kilowatt, so that's why we're running it on that particular system. If you want to use gas to power the heating and hot water, you have to make sure the gas is turned on in the front locker. Get it through on the hob first. The reason being is that's the last point on the gas system, and then you can come to the control panel, hit the on button, and essentially then the heating and hot water system will kick in on gas. If it failed to ignite, it will come up with gas fail at the bottom of the screen to warn you it has failed. Hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances. Microwave, again, works very similar to your household microwave. On the control panel just here on the front of the fridge, you've got your power on and off. So I'm just going to turn the power on. Be a little bit hard to see the symbols lighting up blue at the moment. On the end here, as you can see, we've got a blue symbol lit up at the moment, which means we're running on mains power. And if we're on mains, we can control the temperature of the fridge on the button on the right hand side. So you can also control the temperature of the fridge on gas also. To ignite the fridge on gas, again, you'd need to make sure the gas is turned on. You'd need to make sure gas is coming through to the hob because it's the last point on the gas system, and it will self-ignite on gas at that point. If it failed to ignite, it'd flash the flame symbol and the red warning triangle at you on the right hand side. If the gas is turned on and it's just failed to ignite the first time, you can press and hold the warning triangle, and when you release it, the igniting process will start again. You've then got 12 volt mode. Now the 12 volt mode is from the 12 volt supply on the car, not the caravan itself. So essentially when you're connected to the car and you're towing down the road, you can use the fridge as a cool box. So as you get down the road, the beers and wine will start chilling, which will then give you a nice relaxing drink when you arrive on site. However, if you haven't got the right connection on the back of your car, it will not supply a 12 volt signal to the caravan, which also means the battery will not charge on board the caravan as you're towing down the road. To turn the fridge off, you'd press and hold the power button on the left hand side, and that will turn the fridge unit back off. One thing I did forget to say, is that if it does fail to come on 12 volts, it will do very much the same as the gas fail, it will flash the 12-volt battery and the red warning lights at you on the right hand side. Coming through into the bathroom, and the last thing I'm going to take you through on this particular caravan is the toilet system. So you have an electric flush on the toilet. You have a toilet full indicator light, so if that light illuminates red, it means the toilet waste cassette is completely full and you need to empty it. Down the front of the toilet you have a grey waste handle which you can open up to allow the toilet waste into the cassette under the van. And the toilet seat, which you're probably not going to turn in this particular van because there's plenty of space here, does turn for your convenience, so you can turn it through 180 degrees. However, when you're removing the toilet cassette from underneath the caravan, the toilet seat needs to be in the position it is now, as if not, it will lock the toilet cassette in place. So this is a Sterling Eccles Voyager. If you have any further questions on the van, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.